Hi, I'm here with Sandra Simpson, founder of Closet Oasis. How are you, Sandra?
I'm good. Good morning. How are you, Dennis?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. All right, I want to ask you a couple questions about your business.
Okay, sounds good. I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. What does your business do?
We are a closet company. So, what that entails is that we design, we build, and we help clients style curated luxury closets. So, not just your typical shelf and rod. This is higher end, well built luxury closets.
Great. Now, what programs or services do you offer?
Well, this gets interesting because I'm starting to expand my business to the things that I actually love. So, first and foremost, we design closets. So, we either work with a client or a designer, and we get all the information, do all the measurements, get all the details, and put together a design. And that goes into a program where we can do a 3D rendition, we can do mock ups, and we offer that them to clients and designers before the build is actually made, and then we tweak it from there. We do build. We have our own cabinet makers, and I'm one of them. I actually get on site and hold the drill and do the work. But a lot of designers have their own cabinet people, and we also work internationally. So, of course, we can't bring our builders to Australia. It'd be a little bit expensive for the client. But yeah, we do work internationally. So, we will send the designs to the cabinet makers and work with the cabinet makers that way. My favorite part, though, is the styling. So where I've upgraded my services is that I now make the closets look pretty. A lot of times I was doing the build and then left, and finding that there were so many things that I wanted to set up the closet to make it look special. So that's my forte is styling.
Now, do you physically have to be there to do all the measurements?
Not really. So currently, because of isolation, um, we can do like clients can do the measures. A lot of the cabinet makers are pretty extraordinary when on site. So give it or take an inch or two, we account for that buffer. So clients can actually do the measure. We can do all the designs, everything virtually.
Oh, cool. Very good. Now, what type of clients do you have now?
I love my clients. I love people, but I love my clients. So my clients are really in the design industry. They've either hired a designer or a decorator, or they're very aware of the industry itself. So they understand that they're paying for my service. They understand that I have an expertise, and especially when I'm working with designers, they know I know their industry very well, so we can speak the same language, and then I can translate that into cabinet making language. There's two different languages there. So yeah, very much the design industry.
Now, does it matter? Are you doing more retail? Are you doing commercial? What?
I'm more residential. Yeah,
Okay.
the term is residential. Commercial is a whole other beast in itself because of certain policies and guidelines. I do add, I have designed hotel closets. I actually designed Oprah's closet when she came to Canada. And so I worked with a commercial interior designer to make sure that what I was doing was within the hotel standards. But I focus mostly on residential. I enjoy that the most.
Now, who are your ideal clients?
My ideal client, it's funny, I was thinking my avatar has changed. And when I think about my ideal client, I have one in particular. But I think the best way to describe my best client is that they trust me, that they know that I know what I know. I've been doing this now for 15 years. When I suggest something, they need to trust that I'm not just suggesting it for whatever random reason, that there's reason, like that there's logic and experience behind it. So my best client is someone who trusts me, and I say this is like what I would like to see in the space. They tweak it. They go, oh well, I need this, and that. But ultimately, they go, what should we do? And that's my ultimate best client.
Now, do you feel that you work with people in different age groups or what?
Yes. And I'm trying. I actually have a junior designer to go and hit the Millennial Market. I'm learning a lot from her. I am very much a Gen Xer, and my market is in that 35 to 60 range. Someone who is established in their home. They know what they like. So they know how they organize things, how they want their clothes. They know their style. They've gone through all that growth and that maturity, and they also appreciate when it's done well and that it's designed to make it easier. Where the younger generation, I'm still working through their mindset, and I know how I was when I was in my 20s, and it was more like what is more functional rather than beautiful. Or it was very kind of like their value of spending money because my product is expensive. It's not necessarily there because they don't have that financial backing.
Now, I'm sure you have a lot of stories of your past clients. Would you like to share one with us?
Oh, I have actually I have two good stories. So the one I was saying about my avatar, I've gone through some changes in my business. So when I first started, I was kind of following the group of closet companies, and I really came into my own because I am a certified interior decorator, and that's my world. And I was trying to balance what that looked like. So I've had when I actually took the leap and held my breath, I found a client where I'm working with a designer, and they basically said, "How would you design the space?" And I was like, "Okay, I'll just give you my all." And they signed off and went, "Yep, okay, that's what we'll do." And that was very exciting for me because that was from a creative perspective. The one I was thinking about was where I had a hiccup. So I am part of many groups, of course, online. And I had this designer reach out and say, "Does anybody do closet? Does anybody do closets?" So I touched base with her, and she was out of Michigan and working with an architect. And what they came up with was really unfunctional. And the client was so upset. And the designer's like, "I need help. What do I do?" They're thinking about walking away. And so I put together a design, and she was like, afterwards, when she presented it to the client, she's like, "You just saved me my client because you listened and you did it. You designed a space that is actually functional and beautiful." And it really gave me goosebumps because it was like, that's what I want to do, and support designers that I have this expertise to take it to the next level where cabinet makers and architects don't necessarily have them. So it was those two in particular really pushed me forward in my business and momentum as to the direction I'm taking.
Now, what makes your business unique?
Me, my sparkling personality. um, I am very unique, actually. So in the industry, in closet industry, it's very male generated. I'm probably one of a handful of female owners who do the actual closet business across Canada and the United States. Um, the industry is we kind of play catch up with the state because I'm in Canada, um, and so it's kind of like they do a lot of there. There's a lot of like shelves and rods, and they go in and they ask the clients, "What do you want?" And they design it and build it based on what the client wants. What I do is I say, "What do you need? What do you have?" And let me design the space for your needs. Because a lot of times people will like say, "Oh, I need doors, I need this, I need that." And I'm like, "Wait, let me figure this out and let's have a conversation." And almost 99% of them end up falling back and going, "No, I didn't actually need that. No, I don't like doing it that way." So I definitely take it from a client perspective rather than from a build perspective. But I also have my interior decorating. So when I do wallpaper, I do lighting fixtures, I take it to the next level where my majority of my industry, they kind of build it and then walk away. And I'm more about the whole picture and about the whole project. And they get me.
Very good. Very good. Now, how can people learn more about you?
So my favorite source is Instagram. And I know people can be a bit intimidated by it, but I really believe in Instagram for inspiration for you to get to know me. My tagline is at Closet Oasis. This podium is a place where I put out ideas and also I communicate. So if you comment on one of my pictures, I'm on there, I'm talking to you, we can have discussions, and then we can contact each other after the fact. But I think it really gets a good idea of who I am. Of course, I have my website, www.closetoasis.ca. How many times I've said that? I just had a brain fuzz and I was like, wait a minute, am I saying it right? But the website is more formality, where you're going to get an idea of what my services are, like the pamphlet kind of idea. Instagram is where you're going to get my vibe and you're going to get how I do things and how I design and how I see your closet look.
Now, do you have any final thoughts?
Yes, actually I do, and it's kind of a little bit personal. What I wanted to say is like during this isolation period, we're in a crazy time right now. People feel like they're in their space and they're seeing everything that's wrong, and or they get overwhelmed. The best thing is to not get overwhelmed with your space, that there are people out there who can help you. So be it your closets. I can coach you on how to organize your closet virtually and how to purge and process very efficiently. There are people who can help you with designing or decorating or just taking that breath before you start jumping into projects. Financially, like a lot of people do jump in and, anybody can sell anything and it'd be the wrong thing. So know that there are experts out there and to reach out to experts, and especially in the design industry, we're all here to help. And especially during this time, I look in my community and we all believe in supporting our clients. So reach out to us and you can email me directly if you have any specific questions. It's Sandra, Sandra dot closetoasis@gmail.com. And if you have any sort of questions or anything like that, please reach out to me.
Great. Well, it was a pleasure interviewing Sandra.
I
Appreciate
have
that.
really enjoyed it, Dennis. I'm really glad. It's made my day on a
Very good.
gray, rainy day that I've got right now.
Well, best of luck to you and your business in the future.
Thank you so much.
Okay. You have a great day.
Yes, stay safe, happy, and healthy.
You too. For more information on Closet Oasis, please visit their website at closetoasis.ca. There you find information on Closet Oasis, about us, services, and the Contact Us page, where you can click on Contact Us and contact Sandra at any time.